Okay, so here we are with a special episode of the Sim Sundays podcast. And actually, the Gridfinder team's taking a bit of a day off today. We're down at Wilton Mill for the Motormouth charity karting event with Motormouth host Tim Silvey. How you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good. It feels like the calm before the storm.
Yeah,
we are
literally
2 hours early.
It could literally be a storm any minute. Yeah, you are seriously early, but that's okay.
We're keen. We're going to go and do a track walk in a minute, and we're going to go work out the lines. We're going to see where's damp, where isn't. Just take some readings.
You haven't raced here before, no?
Never. None of us have ever raced here before.
Okay.
So we're a little bit nervous. I think the quality of the other drivers is going to be quite high.
Yes.
I remember watching it last year on YouTube, and it was some pretty serious races.
Yeah.
So anywhere in the middle of the pack we'll be happy with, I think.
Well, we've got a few interesting teams. We've got Aston Martin F1 have sent 2 teams. Alpine have sent a team, and actually in the Aston team there's Jess Hawkins, who's their, I guess she's their development driver.
Yeah.
So they'll be quite handy. And we've got 1 or 2 pro karters coming, and I think even a world championship karter, so you could be in a bit of bother.
Right, okay, so I thought this was all going to be people that work in and around kind of like racing and karting, a bit of a day out,
no.
Okay.
I'm expecting big things. All your guys are sim racers, so that sort of translates, doesn't it?
Yeah, top half. Maybe we'll reset the bar. We'll reset the bar for top half. So tell us what this event is about, what it's for. It's been going for a few years now.
Yeah, we did it originally. This is the 4th year. We did it originally because my podcast co-host Harry Benjamin, he's doing really well actually. He's doing a lot of BBC 5 Live F1 commentary and things like that. But his mum passed away of a brain tumour a couple of years ago, and that gave us the inspiration to want to do something with the brain tumour charity. And we sort of racked our brains about what to do and thought, why not put on a karting event and just see what happens, see if we can raise a bit of money, which we did, and we raised a good chunk of money at the first event, and have just carried it on, and it's got bigger and bigger every year, and now we've got a number of people coming today who have been affected by brain tumours. There's a guy from the Aston Martin team who lost his sister. We've got Jodie Scheckter's family coming. They lost their daughter. One of the guys from Williams lost a sister. So there's a lot of people here who have been affected. And then we added Movember at the last event to try and help with raising awareness of things blokes don't like to talk about, which has been great to have them, and we have their barber chair inside. People can get a cut and donate, so that was the premise behind it, and it's grown, and we've got nearly, I think, over 100 karters here today, 20 celebrity and pros, barbecue food, some really cool hot laps and demo cars, and it should be another fun day if the weather holds out.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed for the weather holding out. You seem to have quite a lot of support for the event. There's a lot of big organisations that are coming along. You've got lots of these celebrity and guest drivers getting involved. What is it about this event, do you think, that draws them in?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's good practice for a lot of them. A lot of the pro karters and content creators that come take part in quite a lot of these sort of charity or corporate events, and a lot of them do 24-hour races, and I think they enjoy having a good thrash around for a couple of hours. It gives them a bit of practice, but also I think the charities mean a lot to people. Everyone has their own stories. People seem to want to support. And as you know from having the podcast, your black book, when you have people on the podcast, quickly fills up with some quite interesting people, and you can pull in favours, and a lot of people we build up relationships with through Motormouth, and they seem happy to come along and support.
Yeah, I mean, why the hell not, right?
Yeah.
It's such a great day out. Okay, so the event itself, talk us through the race. You got some pretty awesome prizes as well available for the for the incredible teams that are going to win.
Yeah, so there's a few prizes. So it's a 2.5-hour race, 1 hour qualifying and practice. There's mandatory pit stops, mandatory refueling. We have to refuel because it only lasts for an hour and a half. So there's some strategy work to be done there. Teams of 4, then we allocate a pro or celebrity driver to each team. And we've got tickets to the British Grand Prix, VIP tickets to the British Grand Prix for this year up for grabs. We've got a day's karting with a 2-time world champion, getting his tuition and coaching from his race team and engineers. What else? We've got a year's supply of razors from Movember, which I really want because they cost the earth. So that's quite cool. So we've got loads of different prizes going on. We've got the sim competition downstairs, so which I expect you guys to absolutely win. And so there's lots on offer.
Yeah, and it's going to be a cracking day. Already, having walked through what you're setting up, I can see that there's lots of different stations. I imagine this is going to be like a really social day as well. Which part of the day do you look forward to the most when you're organising this?
I think really that when everybody's here and in the room and they start chatting and mingling and the excitement sort of builds when we get the demo cars out. We've got a two-seater Spartan hypercar. We've got a Hyper X, which is like a mini Formula One car, and we've got a McLaren and a couple of other things that are going to take people out on track, and it just builds that buzz. And I think once that everything's busy up here on the balcony where we are now, and in the restaurant, and there's people on the sim, and it gets that nice buzzy atmosphere. So yeah, it's good, and obviously seeing the money roll in for the charities is the key to the day.
Of course. Well, thank you very much for inviting us along. We're now going to go and re-strategize. Now we know who we're racing against, and kind of maybe reset our expectations a little bit. But Tim, thank you very much.
Pleasure.
And enjoy the day.
Cheers, Tom.
Cheers.
Thank you.